Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Libtech Skunk Ape 2. That's right, all you Satchmos that say I never ride big boards for you, I went and rode one. Here's the review, you can deal with it. This board features Mervin's C2X camber profile, which is a shortened reverse camber between the feet and lengthened camber underfoot. This is going to give you independent camber zones for all your load, pop, snap, and drive. But then you've got these key flex points between the feet and outside the inserts. That's going to actually change the dynamic of how you initiate turns as well as powder float. This board is available at 157 wide, 161 wide, 165 wide, 169 wide, 172 wide, 170 ultra wide, 173 ultra wide. I rode this board at Arapahoe Basin on a sunny bluebird day with warm temps, moderate to high winds. You had chop, chunder, little ice, perfect hero groomers, and I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. This board has your standard run-of-the-mill all-mountain flex pattern. Nothing mind-blowing here. So you get more flex out in the nose and the tail, with the nose having just a little bit more flex than the tail. You've got a flex point right in the middle where that reverse camber is, stiffer underfoot, and the torsional flex is noticeable, but it is wider, so that does kind of compensate for making it a little bit more rigid, but there's plenty of torsional flex in this. When it comes to stability, you do get chatter in the tips and you slightly feel that back underfoot. The one nice thing about it is wider. I'm on a size 10, so of course it's going to feel probably a little bit more stable for me than say someone with a size 12. But in really rutted out terrain, it didn't get knocked around. It pretty much pushed through everything it needed to, or got up on top of it. Obviously, if I was hauling ass, yeah, I had to keep my knees bent a little bit more, but overall, this board is moderately stable, let's just say, and it'll get the job done for all you big-footed riders out there, you goddamn Satchmos. This board can pop, but what you put in is what you get out, so don't skip leg day, because you're going to be popping off your back foot more than anything, just because you've got independent camber zones in there. So you'll be able to launch a side hit, pop off a roller. You don't really have to worry about it when it comes to jumps. You can be laid back, let the lip throw you, or you can pop off your rear foot, get a little bit more boost. It's not mind-blowing. Small, medium, large-ish features. It's going to be able to handle them all. The only reason it can handle large-ish features is because of the width. Obviously, if you have like a size 14 foot, maybe rethink that. But overall, it gets the job done when it comes to popping off a side hit or popping on a jump. Surprisingly, for how big and wide it was, it actually buttered relatively easily. You've got these independent camber zones, so you want to get your weight outside on the nose or the tail, and that's going to lock into the press. And then when you kick your knee in, either on the back foot or the front foot, it flexes that center reverse camber, so it makes it really accentuate the press in there. Yeah, it's not the most fun thing to butter on, but it gets the job done. You don't really have to worry about it. You can kind of just swizzle and sizzle on it. It'll do what you need to do. And when it comes to jibbing, is this a jib board? No. Can it handle jibbing? Yes. Just keep it to simple tricks, you know, and like I said, you want to keep your weight outside those inserts, so whether on your nose or your tail, do a simple tail press, simple nose press. It's going to lock in, get you to the end of the feature, and you get just a little bit of snap out of it. When you go sideways, you're going to want to be more under your front foot or your back foot, just due to that reverse camber, because it will fight you. And it doesn't do a balancing act, it slightly cradles around the feature, but it's not mind-blowing. Then again, that's not really what this board's designed for. So it's a boat of a board, that's obvious, right? And if you look at my proportions, I'm not the ideal candidate for this board. There's a medium quickness edge to edge on it, which means it feels like it's slightly delayed compared to other boards. You're just gonna notice it's not the quickest going from toe to heel. That's fine, whatever. You know, you can still ankle steer and manipulate the center reverse camber and twist this board to drive it how you want. When you do decide to lay this board over, it locks in, you can carve with it, and it really holds the carve and wants to transition all the way across the run and then bring it all the way back. It's not one of those ones where you're just going to lay a super deep, quick, tight carve. It's more of a long, drawn out one. And that's kind of what this board is. It's good for short, quick-ish carves, but you know, you're just setting up, you know, and you don't have to worry about things. And then those medium mellow carves, that's really where it stands out. You can lay it over when you absolutely have to, but it's not going to be something you do all the time. Who's this board for? A Sasquatch of a human that doesn't smell like a skunk ape. You know who you are, and those of you that do smell like a skunk ape, you should probably bathe yourself, heathens. I'm not a Sam Squanch of a human. I mean, my proportions just dictate that. I'm not big in that. I don't shop at the Paul Bunyan store like some of you people, but if I didn't ride this, people would bitch and moan and be like, you never ride boards for us big-footed, overly large humans and all, we're so upset. Yeah, you know why? I don't have the stature for it. I'll be honest with you, this thing wasn't fun for me to ride because it's not designed for me. It's designed for you. It's not height to weight proportionate for me even in a 61 wide. Even if I went to the smaller size, it still wouldn't be what I wanted. But I rode it. It's a middle of the road board. There's nothing mind blowing about it. And I mean, if you're just like an intermediate progressing, you got like a size 13 foot, yeah, you should probably consider it. It's not a bad option, especially if you want that C2X camber profile. But for someone like me with a size 10 foot that's 200 pounds, it's nothing special. It's just, it's there. It's middle of the road board. Comparable boards, the Rome Warden, the Ride Shadowban, the Niche Aether. Binding recommendations, the Bent Metal Action, the Ride C6, the Rome DOD. This has been my review of the LibTech Skunk Ape 2. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own one? Are you going to buy one? Leave me a comment down below. I can't wait to see what you Sam Squanches hammer out with your ham fists in the comments section down below. Anyways, if you're new here, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for all you snowboarders of the internet. And if you really like what we're doing over here, do you want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. As always, I've been your host, Avran LeFeber, and I'll see you in another video.